The eligibility criteria, next slide, please. The eligibility criteria for this and the compensation and benefits for this role are listed here. The comp and benefits would be 4,50,000 rupees annually. The components in the total compensation would be fixed pay for 3,83,000 rupees, variable pay for 32,500 rupees. This variable pay is a payout which is done basis your performance for that year. And you would also be eligible for a one-time joining bonus, which is 25,000 rupees. And this joining bonus is paid to you upon successful completion of the initial training that you would undergo after you onboard us. And you will also be eligible for gratuity and other insurance coverage, which is worth 9,500 rupees. The sum of fixed pay, variable pay, one-time joining bonus and benefits put together will cost you 4,50,000 rupees. Going on to the next slide. The eligibility guidelines for applying for a role of Associate Software Engineer Level 12 for a compensation of 4,50,000 is listed here. MCA graduates, ME or MTech graduates, BE or BTech graduates, and when it comes to engineering or technology branch, all streams and branches are eligible, provided you are from 2019 or 2020 or 2021 year of passing. If you are a Master of Science graduate and you are only from computer science and IT branches are considered, and again 2019, 2020 and 2021 year of passing. One good news here is, unlike our earlier recruitment drives where we were looking for a 65% or 6.5 CGPA in your current education, today we are looking only at people who have the good cognitive and analytical skills to clear our process. The criteria on academic excellence, which is 65% or 6.5 CGPA, is waived off. If you are a 2019-2020 year of pass out, you have completed your degree and you do not have an active backlog. If you are a 2021 year of passing, as on date when you are writing this or applying this assessments, you have no backlogs. On gap in education, since the time you completed your 10th standard, you have only maximum of 1 year gap in education. If you have more than 1 year gap in education, you may not be eligible. You should be eligible to work in India either by citizenship or by having the relevant work permit documents. If you are a Bhutan or Nepal national, you can work in India without a need to obtain a work visa. Any other country and you are a foreign national from there, you would need to have a work visa or a overseas citizenship of India card or a PIO card. One of these documents will have to be furnished for you to work in India. These are the standard guidelines that we apply for our recruitment process. On the assessments that people will be evaluated on, the first round would be your cognitive and technical assessments. It's a multiple choice question which covers cognitive, has 3 subsections, which is English ability, analytical reasoning, and numerical ability. And the second section of cognitive and technical assessments would be technical assessment, and the subsections there are common applications and MS Office, pseudocodes, fundamentals of networking, security, and cloud. These are the sections that you will have questions for your multiple choice questions. The duration for this section is 90 minutes. The number of questions is going to be 90 questions, 50 questions in cognitive section and 40 questions in technical section. No negative marking would be applied, and you can traverse from cognitive to technical, and you can traverse between subsections of English ability, analytical reasoning, and numerical ability. Once you complete this and you clear the cognitive and technical assessment, stay on your laptops or desktop for the next 5 to 7 minutes, depending on the internet speed and the traffic on the internet. You will get to see your results in the next 5 to 7 minutes. Would you clear the process? You will get redirected to the coding assessments. Would you not clear the process? Your assessment process stops there. When you get into the coding round, you will have a 45-minute and 2 questions to code. The questions can be coded in any one of the coding language, whether it can be C or C++ or .NET or Java or Python. You can choose to answer questions in any language listed here of your choice. You can answer question 1 in, let's say, .NET and question 2 in Python, or you can choose to answer both questions in Python. There is no compulsion. You should use same language for both the questions. If you are fluent and comfortable with multiple programming or coding languages, you can choose to answer each question in different languages. After you complete your coding assessment, so this is day 1 of your assessments. I repeat, cognitive and technical assessment you will start with. Upon successful completion of that assessments in 90 minutes, wait for another 5 to 7 minutes to see your results. If you clear, you get invited to coding assessment. After you complete your coding, you can log off the system. You will be invited, would you clear coding assessment, to participate in the communication assessment. You will get an email notification that you will log in and do the communication assessment, which is for a duration of 20 minutes. It covers 4 sections: sentence mastery, vocabulary, fluency, and pronunciation. Very, very important. For all these sections and all the assessments, there is a clear guideline which will be circulated. You will receive those do's and don'ts. Do spend time to read that and ensure you adhere to that. Any deviance would have a severe consequences. Next slide, please. The timelines as we speak. Today we are talking on the virtual connect, which is the one-to-one connects which we are currently connected on. Your assessments are scheduled from 13th of August, which is tomorrow. The next assessment will happen on 14th. 15th is a public holiday, so we are not doing any assessments. The third day of assessments would be 16th, 4th on 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. We will process all assessments basis some time slots, and you will be invited to log in and do your assessments in that time slot. After these assessments are happening from 13 to 24, students or candidates who completed cognitive and technical assessments and coding assessment on 13th, you will get notified to start your communication assessments by 15th or 16th, and you're expected to complete your assessments within 24 hours from the time you received the notification. I repeat, You are expected to complete your communication assessments within 24 hours. You get notified hours. You get notified to complete the communication assessments. The 17